Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to the Morning Mindset. It is time for us to get our minds aligned with the truth of God. Today, we're looking at Psalm chapter 105, and this is a psalm of praise, no doubt about it. David writes so much about God's praise. Let me give you a sample here from the first few verses. It says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him. Tell of all his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he's done, his miracles and the judgments he uttered." You see, I think that sometimes passages like this are a bit foreign to us because we haven't thought deeply enough or carefully enough about this concept of praise. And one writer who has done a great service to me personally in thinking through this issue of praise is the writer C.S. Lewis. In one of his writings called Reflections on the Psalms, he writes a section called A Word About Praise. And I want to read to you what he says because it is so helpful to me to understand praise in the context of what it truly is from both a human and a divine perspective. I want to read just a bit from Lewis's writing about praise. The most obvious fact about praise, whether of God or of anything, strangely escaped me. I thought of it in terms of compliment, approval, or the giving of honor. I had never noticed that all enjoyment spontaneously overflows into praise, unless shyness or the fear of boring others is deliberately brought in to check it. The world rings with praise. Lovers praising their mistresses, readers their favorite poet, walkers praising the countryside, players praising their favorite game. Praise of weather, wines, dishes, actors, motors, horses, colleges, countries, historical people, children, flowers, mountains, rare stamps, rare beetles, even sometimes politicians or scholars. Except where intolerably adverse circumstances interfere, praise almost seems to be inner health made audible. I had not noticed either that just as men spontaneously praise whatever they value, so they spontaneously urge us to join them in praising it. Isn't she lovely? Wasn't it glorious? Don't you think that's magnificent? The psalmists, in telling everyone to praise God, are doing what all men do when they speak of what they care about. My whole, more generally, difficulty about the praise of God depended on my absurdly denying to us, as regards the supremely valuable, God, what we delight to do, what we indeed can't help doing about everything else we value. Isn't that helpful? To see that praise is the natural, spontaneous overflow of enjoyment? When the psalmist writes these kinds of things in Psalm chapter 105, he is observing for himself the greatness and majesty of the Lord. And then he's turning around and not just telling us about it, but imploring us to join him in the enjoyment of what he sees in God. Now, I want to read again that passage I just read from Psalm 105 with that in mind. "Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him. Tell of his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord in his strength. Seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he has done, his miracles, and the judgments he uttered. O offspring of Abraham, his servant, children of Jacob, his chosen ones." You see, the psalmist is inviting us to delight in the Lord and to share that delight through praise of him and through sharing his wondrous works with others. I pray you can do that today as you continue as his ambassador in the world.